Welcome back, everybody. So today we're going to be doing the Chinese Civil War scenario. Before I introduce the teams, remember these videos are only for entertainment purposes. This is another video in my continuing in my ongoing series of the Civil War, where every country basically has a civil war. You can see we had a Middle East Civil War, we had India Civil War. Um, yeah, we had East Asia Civil War so far. Probably Central Asia is probably next after this video. Um, East Asia also. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this. Like, subscribe, and let's begin. So firstly, the teams of Manchuria. They're gonna be trying to rebel. Xinjiang is gonna try to be rebelling. Tibet is gonna try to be rebelling. Then we have the red team, who is the main opposition. The blue team in blue, we got the main Chinese government. The red team is going to be trying to rebel against China. Not rebel. I'm sorry. Overthrow the main government. They're going to be trying to take over all this land. They're probably going to fail. And the green team, same thing as the red team, except they're also against the red team. Then these brown things are old regions from other episodes that China has conquered that are now going to try to get their independence, which is Vietnam and Myanmar, northern Myanmar. And then this is Inner Mongolia. It's a Chinese province. It's going to be trying to rebel and join Mongolia, which is why Mongolia is going to be supporting it. Now, let's begin. So the attack is going to start from the red team, who is going to quickly launch an invasion into mainland China. And now the thing is, these guys are probably right now economically the strongest, just because if we look at them, they have Shanghai and Hong Kong, while the main Chinese government only has Beijing as their major city. That's not good. I know there's probably other major cities, but let's be honest, most of the Chinese population lives in the red team. Like at least 500 million people live in the red team. I'm willing to say that. Green team, I feel like most of their thing is just gonna be fighting these rebels down here. So while they're doing that, we can move into Inner Mongolia, who is going to use all the chaos to actually invade and capture a lot of land in order to secure uh, what they want, which is to join Mongolia itself. Now, thing is, the none of these like overthrowing the government things like the red, green, and blue team, none of them want any rebel lands to actually gain independence. So they're all against each other, but also against the rebel lands. Rebel lands such as Inner Mongolia, Shanghai, no, Xinjiang, Tibet, Manchuria, they just want their independence, so they're not necessarily going to fight each other unless there's land in each other's territories that they want, such as these two. They're going to fight each other because some parts of Inner Mongolia are going to be in the Manchurian rebellion. So yeah, back over here down in the red team, they're going to quickly make another move. This time, they're going to try and basically destroy this little um coastline that China has left. Not good for China because now they have to go all the way around to get all the way from this little thing to get over here. Meanwhile, Manchuria is going to begin losing even more land due to Inner Mongolia and Mongolia itself, who are going to be invading it and trying to capture as much land as possible. So they're gonna get about this yay far, I guess, before yeah, actually, yeah, that's about as far as they're gonna get. Now though, since this is really close to Beijing, Blue team is probably sending everything they have at this, and that is exactly what we're going to see happen. And honestly, I feel like Manchuria is not making it this episode just because Inner Mongolia wants them gone to secure their borders. Blue team wants them gone to secure Beijing. So yeah, Xinjiang over here not going to do much. Same with Tibet. Tibet's actually going to get fought a little bit over here, but other than that, they're not going to do much just because like it's a huge desert there. So like, what can they really do? I feel like this is the only like populated region um that Tibet borders with Blue Team. The rest of the population is like, either way too inside of Tibet or it's a desert, so getting to that inner population is not really worth it. Um Back over here, red team is going to continue their invasion. I want to make clear once more, this is for entertainment purposes only. Also, if you enjoy videos like this, I feel like this by next video I'm going to have, or the next video in the series I'm going to have a playlist up for all these videos in order, so you guys can go check that playlist out. There's a lot of different countries. We have an India thing. You know, I had the India Civil War, so I have to do the Chinese Civil War because you don't want to take sides. Gotta like give them both. Also, the two most populated countries, so their civil wars are the most fun to do. Russia Civil War, maybe soon, maybe in a while though. I feel like Russia I would just throw in with European Civil War or an Asia-wide Civil War, just like I did that Middle East wide civil war that included like Pakistan, Afghanistan, Iran, Saudis. But okay, anyways, other than that though, Xinjiang back over here is gonna make a move into the desert of China. Now, pretty dumb. I'm not gonna lie. This was not like worth it. However, it's also kind of smart because now when the Chinese come knocking on Xinjiang's door, they first have to go through all of this in a very harsh landscape. Inner Mongolia, meanwhile, looks like they have what they needed, so they're not going to do much more. Meanwhile, the rebels, since neither the rebels nor the green team made progress, the green team is now going to realize that the red team may actually gobble everything up if they don't do anything, and so they're going to start launching assaults on key Chinese checkpoints just to like be able to get some land. However, not all is well for them because over here China wants to like kind of grab this little corridor area over here so that they can get to a lot of their allies in South Asia, and due to that, these guys are gonna lose some land. However, they're also gonna gain some land, honestly. So like, it's not even that bad for them. So like, they're gonna capture this. Now, unlike Civilization Restarts, if you're an old channel member, unlike Civilization Restarts, obviously there is only a limited amount of stuff I can do with this. There's only a limited amount of countries. I don't think there's any country in Africa that's big enough on a map. Like obviously in real life, they're very much big enough. Other than maybe DRC, that's big enough and has enough like differences within it that I can do like a comprehensive civil war like I do with China and India. So we might pair Africa into regions like East Africa, Horn of Africa, South Africa, stuff like that. South America, I feel like literally just Brazil will be its own thing, and everything else I realistically can't do anything with. I feel like Paint 3D is about to crash, and I don't like that very much. However, let me fix that. Um, we're back. We're back. Uh, anyway, so yeah. Back over in Tibet, China is going to be donating literally all of their eastern resources to recapturing this region. Why is that solid? That should be opacity. Yeah, there we go. And they're gonna get about yay far before they kind of have to quit a little bit. So they're gonna capture all of this, and um that's going to be a huge, massive blow to Tibet. Right after that. So right after that, now I think now is the moment China is going to start locking in because they've lost way too much land. The green team almost instantly is pushed back this time by the red team, who alongside China itself is actually going to end up pushing back the green team pretty far before the green team locks down their entire thing and basically no longer allows the Chinese to wombo combo the rebels, which not only saves the rebels, however, also saves the people of the green team who lives near the rebels, since they don't really have to endure them. Okay, look, firstly, I gotta color all this in. So, firstly, the red team China, I feel like is doing really well. Uh, Blue Team China, not so much. Blue Team, I mean Green Team China, not so much. I think this is where I can end Green Team China storyline because no one is making it here. Like no one's getting further into Green Team China. Green Team China is not coming back from this, and since Green Team China is not getting pushed into any further, the rebels are not getting reached. So, for all intents and purposes, this is the end of the Green Team China storyline, and we can move on to the rest of the world, specifically Shanghai, who I don't even know how it survived this long. But first, Inner Mongolia, because now the Chinese are gonna do a huge pushback, clean sweep, and also over here, um, yeah, Manchuria is gonna collapse, Mongolia is gonna get pushed back, and I feel like I can genuinely just say goodbye, Inner Mongolia, as that rebellion is going to be completely crushed, followed by the pushback into Shanghai. However, it's not all sunshine for these guys, as now comes the red team. Stronger than even before, with all their newfound land, they're going to continue their push, and they're eventually going to get about this high before they end up having to call off the operations due to lack of resources. but they do, I think, end up capturing Beijing, dealing a massive blowback to the Chinese and ending the civil war on the Eastern Front. Over here, Xinjiang is kind of wombo comboed a little bit right here, where they are pushed back severely to the point of almost complete destruction. One sec, let me color that in. To the point of not only complete destruction, however, they are so bad now, like they got so hardly pushed that they actually end up joining teams with Tibet. Yeah, that's gotta hurt. You know it's bad when like you everyone's just joining Tibet. Anyway, with that, I think we can end this civil war scenario and let's draw up a peace. All right, so in this peace treaty, we are going to have the red team. Obviously, they're going to get all of this. They're going to grab that up. Blue team China still existent. Mongolia pushed back to original Mongolian borders. The rebel countries are free. Green team is depressing. Tibet and Xinjiang are free, however, not internationally recognized. So this more so actually looks gray. This should the border should actually be like this. Like hold on, let me show you what I mean by that. The actual border should look a little bit more like this. Like this. It should what just happened to my mic? It should look like this actually. But that is confusing, so we are going to leave it at the original black. However, the only country it recognizes is the green team, and that's basically it. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to like, subscribe, and if you want, go watch another video in the series, or go check out another series. I also make gaming videos, so you can go watch that also. Well, with that, I hope you guys enjoyed, and goodbye.